Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Alright. First and foremost, all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors to apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes. It's your brother Yerami Kazak back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. I pray this lesson be edifying to you, to anybody that hears it and comes across it. Okay. The Father's name is Yahweh, and that means He is, He exists, right? And then Bahashem means in the name. And Yahweh Shai is the name of the Son, our King. And His name means He saves, He delivers, He is salvation. Okay, and then Bahashem in the name once again. Rakah, Kadash, Rakah meaning spirit, and Kadash meaning holy, a set apart spirit, which we do have, right? So we are a set apart people. So you put it all together, it's Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kadash. Those are the true names. That's the true way. Which you must be baptized in. That's the correct way. If anybody is coming in any different type of names, then they are incorrect. Okay, I don't care if they you knew them, you grew up with them, and all of that. All right, you got to come in the proper way, in the correct way. Okay. At the end of the day. It's many false names and many wicked doctrines given to our people out here. Now, I'm going to give the brothers and sisters about 2 minutes to get up in here. Let me share the live real quick. And then we'll get into it. This will be in the form of an open forum or a Q&A. If anybody has any type of questions, we will be here. All right, but Shalawam, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to everybody that's coming in and that's tapping into the live. Don't tell me this lighter is out already. I gotta get a torch, man. Alright. Hey, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. 4 times for mercy, blessing the Father and the Son. In the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashawan Kadash. Alright. So you wanna, Alright, let's get into it, man. So once again, this will be in a Q&A format. If anybody got any type of questions or anything, you can bring them out right now, right? But, if I don't see nothing, then I'm going to just go into something. So let's go to Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter. And matter of fact, I want to get it in the physical. This is Jeremiah 2 and 29. All right, we're going to start right there. And once again, if anybody has any type of questions on anything Bible related, all right, you can ask them right now. It look like we only got 3 people in here. We got a whole lot of Shalawams, but only 3 people in here. You know, yeah, that's how it be. Anyway, this is Jeremiah 2 and 29. Wherefore will ye plead with me? Ye all have transgressed against me, saith Yahweh. So every single one of us. All right? Let's precept it with Romans 3 and 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of power. So every single one of us, right, need to humble down and be meek and come the correct way. Back to Jeremiah, verse 30. In vain have I smitten your children. They receive no correction. Your own sword hath devoured your prophets like a destroying lion. O generation, see ye the word of Yahweh. Have I been in wilderness unto Israel, a land of darkness? Wherefore say my people, we are lords. We will come no more unto thee. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me, days without number. And us being a chosen nation, a great nation, we have forgotten our heritage. We have forgotten our ways. We have forgotten the way that we're supposed to be, our culture, our customs, okay, who we truly are. And that's a terrible thing that has taken place, right? Verse 33, why trimmeth thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor, innocent. I have not found it by secret search, but upon all these. Yet thou sayest, because I am innocent, surely his anger shall turn from me. Behold, I will plead with thee, because thou sayest, I have not sinned. Now let's go to the book of Job. Because it's no such thing, man. Okay? It's no such thing as being innocent. This is the book of Job. And Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, who ever perished being innocent, or where was the righteous cut off? So nobody went out being innocent. Okay? Nobody. Even Yahweh Shah. And why would you say that? Because he told you he's not good. He told you the only one that's good is the Father in heaven. Because Yahweh Shah had certain sins to pay for that he committed in his past life. Right? Now, if you can understand that being spiritual, then it would make sense. So nobody perished being innocent. Adam didn't perish being innocent. Eve didn't perish being innocent. They committed sin. They went off. Okay? So you can't say, I have not sinned. That's not going to work. You're not going to be able to talk to the Father and be like, well, I didn't mess up. You did. We all messed up. That is the first part of coming into this thing, realizing that you messed up. All right? Zane, be quiet. Okay. Verse 36. Why gaddeth thou about so much to change thy way? Thou also shalt be ashamed of Egypt, as thou was ashamed of Assyria. This ain't where, and this is what Jake is on. Jake is in the spirit of mirth, because Jake loves to party. Jake loves to be in glory. Jake loves to raise themselves up. And you want to be high above somebody. In a competition type spirit or whatever. You think this is it. This is not that place, Jake. You're going to be ashamed of this captivity like he was ashamed in every other captivity. Do you understand? A captivity is like your parents going to tell you to put your nose in the corner. But for hundreds of years, that's what's going on. What is that? That's a humbling position. It's lowering you down to a state for you to reflect, for you to think about your actions. Jake, do you think about your actions? Do you? Ask yourself that, man. Do you think about what you did? Why you going through what you going through? You looking at everybody else. Well, he did this to me. He did this to me. Have you ever looked at yourself? You know? Have you ever looked at yourself? Okay? Don't you know that the Most High is controlling everything? Right? So have you ever looked at yourself? Have you ever looked at this thing in a spiritual lens and been like, okay, it's a test. It's chastisement. Oh, I'm going through this because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is putting me through this to raise me up, to lift me up. You know? I suggest you start doing that because that'll make life easier. Right? Verse 37. Yea, thou shalt go forth from him, and thine hands upon thine head, for Yahweh hath rejected thy confidences, and thou shalt not prosper in them. We used to have it. We used to not borrow. We used to lend. But now we have to borrow. Now we have to go forth to the bank, to Esau's wicked banking system, and ask for a loan to get a house, to get a car. And if your credit ain't right, you're getting denied. You got to go ask the YT man, your slave master. Hey, master, can I get a couple dollars so I can get a horse? That's what it is. You have to go ask master. Master be like, okay, well, you're going to have to pay me this back, with interest. Regardless what it be, 9%, 10%, 15%, 20%. Right? You are subject to payments. But you can't understand that, Jake. You think you got it just because you got a little bit of money in your pocket. Jake, who face on that money? Who face? Is your face on that money? Is your face on that money? Last time I checked, all right, this is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power. Now, once again, if you're spiritual and you actually understand what the scriptures are saying, then you know that no man pays for his father's sin. Okay? Let's go to Exodus 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor to these false gods, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, upon the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So if nobody pays for their parents' sin, you got to understand, you get that judgment, you come back, and you serve out your sentence that you committed in that lifetime 3 to 4 generations ago, which would be 75 to 100 years ago. This is what's going on. Because you're not paying for what your father and your mother did. No, that's not justice, man. You telling me I gotta go pay for what my mom's did, but I didn't commit that action. I didn't commit that. I gotta pay for that? That's not justice. You have to pay for what you did. But Jake don't want to be accountable. Matter of fact, man, we talk about it all the time. Let's get the word. Let's get the word. Accountability is the acceptance. You have to accept. First and foremost, you have to accept what you did. You know what that involves? That involves maturity. That involves maturity. Stop being so damn petty. That involves you accepting your actions. Oh, God forbid, Yahweh forbid you accept your actions, what you did to somebody. Oh, man, no. Hey, man, hey, let's not do that, man. That might actually make our nation good. If people actually start accepting what they did and living and holding themselves up to a certain standard. Oh, sorry, y'all. My bad. I don't even need to teach this lesson. My bad. I'm sorry I said that. Right? Let's not hold ourselves accountable. Accountability is the acceptance of responsibility for one's actions, decisions, and commitments, along with the willingness to be judged on one's performance. How did you do? How did you do? Do you understand this? You can't just look at life like, yeah, this is just a life. I'm just living it. No. What we do echoes an eternity. I said it last lesson. I'm going to say it this lesson. What we do echoes an eternity. Okay? This is extremely important. This is why you must live with purpose. This is why you must rule over your spirit. I'm telling you. If you got that, you sowing discord, you moving incorrectly, you not preaching and teaching, you telling you don't even want to go out and preach on the highways and byways. You know what I'm saying? We had this individual, we was talking to him this morning. He called himself a teacher, but he won't go out on the corners. He said we don't have to go out on the corners. Where is it said that in the scriptures? That's crazy. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is analyzing those type of characteristics, man. You're going to be rejected. This is not going to be an army with any flaws. This army is going to be 100%, 144% efficient. Every soldier can unalive you. Every soldier is going to be strong. Every soldier is going to know the word perfect. This is what we going into. Every soldier is going to make it through Jacob's trouble. Okay? So, yeah, he's an open rebellion, kind of. He'll bug out, but keeping it going. So you got to be judged of your performance and to provide explanations. Wow, you got to explain? You got to be an adult or make amends for outcomes, whether positive or negative. Read that, man. Or negative. Or negative. You can't, and you got to be sincere, Jake. Like, we got an individual. You can't block somebody and say that it's good, but then go and block the rest of his pages. What type of spirit is that? All right? That's weird. The sincerity in it was no sincerity in it. You saying one thing and saying and speaking and doing another. That's lip service. Empty talk. Empty words. And you thinking just because you come in and you say Shalawam and this brothers ain't gonna see it. Guess what? I don't give a fuck if brothers see it or not. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai see the shit. You understand? I rely on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for true justice. Always. A man don't gotta see shit. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gonna bring that justice. Always. Always. That's what we need to do. Keeping it going. It involves taking ownership, being dependable. Wow, being dependable. And acting to ensure commitments are met fostering trust, and providing a foundation for growth and transformation. Is that not what the scriptures say? Does the scripture say not to reform your minds, reform your hearts? I thought that's what it said. To convert, to change, to become a new man, right? Last time I checked, we supposed to be something new. Colossians 3. And let's start at the top. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of power. You hear this constantly. Philippians, the 3rd chapter, our conversation is in heaven. So we are seeking those things which are above. You hear this constantly. We are building up our treasures in heaven. Where man's treasure is, that's where his heart is. So our mind, said this before, I'm already gone. Our mind is in the kingdom. We daydreaming about flying in chariots, man. We daydreaming about, multiple wives and thousands of seeds. We daydreaming about different planets. We daydreaming about slaves, heathens, parties, serving, people serving us. That's what we on. We not in a nigga spirit. Some of you, Jake, y'all still in a nigga spirit, and it shows. Because your eye is not single. You can't come into this truth, and you still playing damn Jay-Z. You still playing Lil Thug. Oh, my bad. Young Thug. My bad. Salakia. The gay nigga. My bad. You can't come into this truth still bumping all that bullshit. All right? What's the money bag, yo? 3-6 Mafia. All right? You can't come into this truth and you still moving in that vibration. It's going to spit you out. Yahweh Shah going to spit you out, bro. That's not of him. Do you know, which you brothers don't know, do you know who owns the record labels own the prisons? Do you know it was a deal done in the 1990s, 1991 to be exact, where they said music needs to be more aggressive, music needs to be more so-called gangster-oriented, where it's going to push men to commit crimes so they will end up in the prisons so that they can make double the profit. They making money off of the music, then they making money off of you going to prison. But you like, well, nah, this music don't really, it's witchcraft, bro. It's witchcraft. Man, but it ain't, but it's witchcraft. Fuck is you talking about? That's what it is. All right? But a wicked man, a sinner, he gonna come up with an excuse 9 times out of 10. He gonna always come up with an excuse. Because that's all he do, is come up with excuses. Let's get that. Ecclesiasticus 32:17. A sinful man will not be reproved. You unrebukable. You uncorrectable. I guess you're not flawed then. I guess Romans 3:23 don't apply to you. Nah, it don't apply to you. You good. Jeremiah, what we just read in Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, does not apply to you. You can't be corrected. Or you took the correction, but you just didn't change. You didn't really listen. It went through one ear throughout the other ear. Yeah, you said, Shalawam, all right, I got you, all right, but nothing changed. What happened? What changed? Nothing. Nothing changed. You can't look in the mirror, right? And it's Sham, S-H-A-M, Sham. Where the watchmen at, man? Help your brothers out. Be watchmen. Correct your brothers. It's Kal Halawim, not Halah. I shouldn't have to do this. Y'all should have peeped that and corrected it. All right. It's Halal and Sham. But a sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. Don't move in the flesh, man. The flesh is going to destroy you 10 times out of 10. It's going to destroy you all the time. Because you're letting the demons that's piling up, you're letting them fester and you're letting them think for you. And don't sit here and say ain't no demons on you. Demons is trying to fuck with you every single day. Actually, that's a demon for you to say ain't no demons on you. That's a demon. You understand? That's high-minded. Shit, ain't shit, man. I'm good, man. Ain't shit messing with me. You're going to be constantly under attack, man. When you come into this thing, you are going to be under attack. Right? Every time where you got it good, what you should be doing is bracing for it to get bad. Because that's what's going to happen. Okay? It's going to keep going. You will be tempted. So it's going to keep happening. Back to Colossians 3:2. Set your affection on things above, not on things of the earth. All this bullshit that you was accustomed to, it's done. It's point. You got to change, man. Honestly, you just got to change. Cut it out. Leave the world behind. Leave Keisha with the good top alone, man. Okay? Leave the packs alone, man. All right, leave the concerts alone. Leave all that bullshit alone. You actually got to change. Stop walking in your old steps when you're on a new path. You got to kick off friends. You got to leave these friends. These friends ain't going to align with you. They not moving in the same spirit you moving in. They don't truly believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And how can you tell? Because they don't got the ears to hear. You would tell them certain things that you getting, that you understand and you comprehend and it's resonating with you, but they can't get it. Because they're not setting their affections on things above, but on things on the earth. They caught up on how many fringes they got on. They caught up on little bullshit, little foolish ass shit. And they constantly falling. They constantly failing. They're not pleasing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah wasn't one of those. Okay? He laughed at the Pharisees when they tried to rebuke him on the Shabbat. When he had the apostles picking wheat to mock their ass. But then you aligning with over-righteous ass dudes. They would have been trying to get at Yahweh Shah. Hey, why you picking wheat? It's the Sabbath. Man, who the fuck is you talking to? That's how Yahweh Shah was, man. And he kept the law. 100%. So it's a difference between keeping the law and being over-righteous. Fuck what men is talking about. Go actually look at the scriptures. Comprehend what Yahweh Shah was telling us, man. You got to comprehend that. A lot of these men is not comprehending, man. That's good, From Larry June to Anita Baker, kind. And I used to listen to Larry June in the world. All he talk about is drinking orange juice and smoking weed. And old school cars and shit like that. Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I would suggest, new brothers coming in. What's the word, man? Detach from that life. Get your foundation. Get deeply rooted. Get your lessons. Get solid. Get your spirit built up. Okay? Now, did we pay attention to like little bullshit like we did? We listen to the beef tracks? Yeah, we listened to that shit. But I listened to Kendrick album one time. I thought it was ass, honestly. To be honest, I thought shit was ass. Okay? You know, it ain't hit like Good Kid, Mad City. It didn't hit like a Section 80. It ain't hit like that. Nigga different. Nigga weird now. You know what I'm saying? But your spirit, and that's evidence that your spirit is changed. Because you're not going to feel the stuff that you used to feel anymore. I go back and listen to old albums I used to listen to, bro. And I can't even listen to Cole no more like that. And I'm from NC. I'm from North Carolina. Cole was my dude, man. You know, every mixtape, everything. That was our guy. In high school, that was our guy. Right? But now I can't gravitate to him like that. Because the spirit is different. I can't. It's just not in me. I used to ride around listening to that Dirty Sprite. Right? I used to listen to that Future, that bullshit. I can't gravitate to it no more. My spirit is different. That's where brothers gotta be, and that's how you know you changing. Because the stuff you used to do in the world is now like, to you. Listen to the lyrics, man. All they talk about is degrading women, doing drugs, pew-pews. What we call it is a deaf culture. Black culture is a deaf culture. It's to push you to unalive and hate your fellow brother. That's what it does. That's all it does. And once again, it spells deeply rooted in this music. Believe it or not. Especially just the 808 alone. The 808 will place you in a trance. I used to ride around when I lived in the north. Sacramento, San Francisco, that type of area, Bay Area. Riding around listening to Travis Scott, drinking, smoking, in a trance. In a trance. Alright? Nah, but for you being a new brother, you need to cut it off, period. Because you're not built up in the spirit right now. You got to begin to change, man. And really realign yourself. Alright? It ain't no, what, you like cutting on being wicked? No, hell no. Keeping it going. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in power. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Think about this. The stuff that you did in the world, that shit is dead. You're not going to take any of this stuff with you into the kingdom, bro. The shit that you think is cool right now, that shit ain't cool. That shit is foolish. All this music, we're not going to be listening to this shit in the kingdom. It's not going to happen, man. Check yourself. The way that you live right now, we ain't going to be wearing hats. We ain't going to be moving like that. It's not going to happen, bro. Yeah, and Mr. Charisma. See, on that is understanding that brothers have to build up their spirits. Okay? Some brothers have weaker spirits. So if you riding around listening to Young Thug, right? Understanding that it's spells and it's frequencies and things of that nature that go with that stuff. All right? It's going to put you in that mindset. So therefore, your old demons that like to latch on you, that come from the music, you'll be more susceptible to deal with them. All right? What is R&B, bro? That's simp ass music. Have you ever listened to R&B while you was in the world? Baby, I deserve for you to go. Man, what the fuck? Simp ass nigga? I deserve. You deserve what? from a bitch? What? You remind me of a girl that oh, simp ass nigga. What you talking about? R&B music is simp ass music. Especially this shit out right now. I wanna take you down. Really wanna take you. That ain't how we do shit. What did our forefather do? He took Rebecca. Okay? We ain't asking a bitch for nothing. We ain't gotta go seduce no female. Yeah, you better put that woman first. Yeah, R&B music teaches men to be effeminate. This is what we talking about. This is exactly what we talking about. Right? Exactly what we talking about, man. And that's why I'm telling you, you are new. Your spirit ain't there yet. When I came into the truth, I cut all that shit out. I cut it all out. And I focused on making my eyes single to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, getting a strong foundation. I wasn't fucking around with the world. Get your foundation strong. So that let's get that, man. So you can discern between good and evil. A babe can't discern between good and evil. Do you think my baby, my 2-year-old, does she know not to go into the road? She can't discern that yet. She don't know what to do yet. As a babe, you don't know what to do yet. This is the humbling factor. Brothers can't humble the fuck down and understand, yeah, I'm new. Yeah. Shit, I don't know. He right. This is the brother Yanasha's problem. He's a babe. He like 6 months, 5 months, but you're trying to rebuke individuals. You have no room to rebuke nobody. This is Hebrews 5:14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. New individuals, y'all still gonna be effeminate. Y'all still you gonna take some things that I say, you gonna take it personal, and you might be mad. You still gonna do that. Trust me. Because you have to build that shell up. You have to understand. You have to what? As we said, you come into these scriptures, you have to become a man. You have to actually understand. You get cut. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah meant for that to happen. He's trying to work you out. He's trying to bring you up out of the bullshit that you was in. Khan, yeah, he was being high-minded as hell. Hey, don't make me go get some R&B lyrics. I mean, I just quoted some shit off my head, but yeah, that shit hella simpish, man. We not simp, man. We not, no, ain't no R. Kelly in the kingdom, man. Okay? Ain't no R. Kelly, ain't no Michael Jackson in the kingdom, man. You know? The girl is mine. What the fuck? We ain't about to be fighting over bitches. I'ma have mine, you gonna have yours. I'ma have my concubines, they ain't gonna be touched. They only gonna be touched by me. This music is confusion, to be honest. You know? Man, boy, hold up, man. I'm gonna go get one. Let's look up a famous song, man. Since we on this topic, right? Let's just do a random ass year. Famous songs of, let's see, 2012. Let's go 2012. Famous rap songs. Or no, famous R&B songs of 2012. All right. Usher's Climax. Or Beyonce's Love on Top. Usher, let's go to Usher, Climax, lyrics. Let's read this shit. Going nowhere fast. We reached the climax. We're together, now we're undone. Won't commit, so we choose to won't commit. Genesis 2 and 24. What the fuck is you talking about? We cleave to one another. She's mine. So we choose to run away. This is toxic. Do we separate? Oh, don't want to give in, so we both gave up. This is toxic as hell. Can't take it back. It's too late. We reached the climax. Climax. I've fallen somehow. Feet off the ground. Love is the cloud that keeps raining down. Where are you now? When I need you around. I'm on my knees, but it seems we're going nowhere. Look at what the brother said, and that's wisdom. That's why I don't listen to none of it, and I'm 2 years in. This shit is goofy, man. Pick a year, man. We can pick a year and go into any of these dumbass songs. Listen to this shit, bro. Alright? It's simpish. It's effeminate. It's weak. 2010. Alright? Let's pick R&B songs 2010. Okay, they got Love the Way You Lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. There goes my babe. Unthinkable. I'm ready. Let me see. Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. Let's get that. And then we gonna get back to the scriptures, man. I Just the Way You Are lyrics. Oh, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Man, fuck that bitch. Oh, you simp ass niggas. Yay, I know. When I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so. Sad to think that she don't see what I see, but every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, baby, there's not a thing that I would change, because you're amazing, just the way you are. That's not true. You got to mold a woman to you. If you don't like the makeup on your female, tell her. You don't like these drawn on lashes. You don't like that hair. Tell her, mold her, help her get better. That's what you're supposed to do as a man. You're supposed to help that female grow. As a man, and you're guiding that woman, you're supposed to take her to another level. You don't supposed to just encourage the wickedness that she's doing, encourage that trash ass behavior. That goes back to being accountable. That's what we was talking about. Right? So no, we don't love you just the way you are. Bitch, you have to change. You have to hold yourself accountable for your actions. I don't like you just the way you are. We all have flaws. We all have to grow. We all have to get out of that bullshit that we was in, man. It don't matter what year you are in the truth. You have to continue to progress. You have to continue to progress. Okay? Man, get this dumbass out of here. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Look, this is a man's spot. This is a man's place. Okay? We talk like men in here. That's what we gonna do. We gonna talk like men. Don't come in here and tell me how to preach. Don't come in here and tell me how to teach. I don't come to your job and tell you what to do. This is my job. I'm occupying. This is my occupation. I'm giving you the gospel freely, without any punches being held. Sirach 26 and 14 from the brother Nishar. Let's get it. This is the thing. R&B teaches you to really be scared of your woman. You're going to be scared of a female. A silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Exactly. All right, Aki, I hit you up with it. But hey, be cool. You know, I only send them out if I you know, if they really tripping. You know what I'm saying? I get the brother Kananaya as well. So it's losing that simp mentality. Like, bro, you ain't never going. I ain't never sleeping on the couch. You understand? But that's what America's gonna push on you. Your woman in a state of she's mad and she tell you to go sleep. I bet you I wish you would. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. That means you're not guiding, you're not leading, you don't have the rulership in that household. You're not wearing the pants. She mad, so she withholding the box from you. That does not happen in the truth. What does scripture say? Unless she's fasting or she's on her rag. That's the only reason that she don't got to get a box up. If she's not on one of those, she got to get that box up. That's a duty of marriage. So if you look at the scriptures and you look at R&B music, it's 100% different. It's not the same. It's 100% different. Esau has had these artists write these songs to effeminize you, if that's even a word. He wants to effeminize you. This is why you come in an effeminate vibration, because all you listen to is fucking Usher and Trey Songz. I bet the neighbors know my name. That's actually vulgar, bro. That's not right. That's not right. The neighbors should not know your name. All right? Have some fucking class. You know? And it also goes into what the scriptures say. Esau builds houses too close together. If a brother know what I'm talking about. Houses don't supposed to be this close together. We supposed to have freedom to do what we want to do. A couple acres and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So the neighbors should not know your name. All right? And if you do live in a close proximity of someone, have some class. You don't want to do things that could potentially get you in trouble. Right? I had a friend, man, in the military. He used to bring this white chick through, man. And he'll knock it down. And the bitch be screaming and all that. And then you got people knocking on the door and his ass got in trouble, man. Okay? That's unnecessary, bro. Just, that's unnecessary. That's no class. You got to carry yourself with class. Stop doing shit just so niggas will know. Oh yeah, y'all heard me getting in them guts. Y'all heard that, right? Nigga, nobody gives a fuck. We don't do shit for the appeal of men. That's some weird ass shit, man. And it shows an individual to be foolish. Now let's go back to Colossians, the 3rd chapter. And Shalawam Yasharahla to every brother and sister up in here. All right. But I think the point has been made that R&B music is you told me stop all that cussing. Well, you stop wearing those dreads. Don't block them. Don't block them. Stop wearing those damn effeminate ass dreads, man. Okay? And show me where I can't cuss in the scriptures. I'm gonna unmute you. Give me a scripture that says that I cannot cuss. Give me a scripture right now, bro. Give me a scripture. If you want to come up, you can come up. Okay? I bet he listen to R&B music all day, 24/7. He listen to that R&B music. Now I like that old school, hey, Bobby Womack. Bobby Womack could tell you, think it over. You know what I'm saying? Think it over. He talking to the girl. Girl, you better think it over. That's how you talk to a female, bitch. You better think it over. You better think about what you got right here. You know? So we not gonna knock all music. Some music is fire. Some music is coming in a manly vibration. Go listen to oh man, classic, bruh. Go listen to Al Green. Okay? Go listen to what's my joint, bro? That I be bumping Sade. Sade be writing songs. You know, she fire. But what's that joint? I gotta go find it real quick. Inner City Blues. Marvin Gaye, that whole album, man. That whole album, 1971, that whole album. I was fire. That whole album, he was going in. What's Going On? The What's Going On album. You know, fire. That's some good music. Right? Some music is good. Some music is set up to desensitize Jake and make Jake a simp. Right? So, and that's why I'm saying, as a new brother, you grow, and then later on you come back and listen. You listen to that bullshit, but you know how to discern better now. You're no longer a babe. You know how to cross the street. That's what we talking about. You know how to cross the street. You know what I'm saying? You know how to cross the street. Because some brothers, that nigga spirit is still protruding on brothers because they're not separating themselves from the world. All right, and we still waiting on that individual to produce a scripture saying that I can't cuss. Are you still in here? He left. Okay, we'll keep going, man. Yeah, oh boy, that drill? Oh my goodness. I ain't listen to that shit in the world. That is crazy. Now that is deaf music, bro. That shit is crazy. Yeah, don't go back to that at all. If you do listen to drill rap, don't go back to that shit at all. Okay? Well, Nachar, don't go back to that shit. Nah, hell nah. But and that's the thing that pissed me off, man. Yeah, that Frankie Beverly and Maze, now that's music, right? That's the shit that pissed me off. Cause I make music, right? You got Jake that they take that nigga vibration and they make music about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai with that nigga vibration. Man, I hate that shit. You're not sincere, bro. All you doing is changing up a couple words and but you still talking about sticks and this and that and pulling up on the ops and this and that. That's not it, man. You haven't really changed. You don't do no lessons. You don't hit the streets. You ain't feeding the sheep. Doing music is not feeding the sheep. That's not feeding. That don't count. That does not count as feeding the sheep. I make music because I like riding. I like listening to music that I make, right? I'm either listening to myself or I'm listening to something old school, some old school joint. You know what I'm saying? So it's just an alternative. But this drill Israelite music, that shit is crazy. And exactly what the brother said, 808 beats are evil. We talked about that earlier because it literally puts you in a trance. And now if you listen to all these YNs, all of them, they have 808s. They have that type of music. And when I'm telling you this, I'm not lying. I'm not talking out of my ass, bro. I have a bachelor's degree in audio engineering. So I know how to manipulate frequencies. for good and for bad. We was taught that in school. All right? We was taught secrets of the industry. They literally manipulate these songs. This is why you would listen to a trash ass song, and with the marketing, they're going to play it, they're going to push it 100,000 times where it's going to be caught up in your mind. Let's go back to Colossians 3. And then matter of fact, we're going to have to go over to King David playing the harp to get the right-handed side of music. All right. So keeping it going. Verse 7. In the which ye also walked some time when you lived in them. Right? Matter of fact, let's go back up. Let's start at 5. Mortify. That means put to death. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. You have to get away from this stuff. How you going to get away from this if you listening to music and it only promotes this? You're not going to be able to separate from this. You listening to a song and it's talking about, yeah, I'm going to take your bitch. Yeah, I be selling these bricks. Yeah, and the out got hit. Yeah. That's inordinate affection. That's unclean and that's covetousness. That's fornication. That's adultery. That's sorcery. You selling drugs, that's sorcery. How you going to separate from that? But you feeding your eye that. You feeding your body that. Every single day. That's all you listening to. Young nigga move that work. Young nigga move that work. Young nigga move that work. Sorcery. That's what you putting in your mind. It is a such thing as a subconscious. It is a such thing as a subconscious, man. Do you know, even in the Disney movies, watch Lion King. Do you know the word sex is in Lion King over 100 times in certain instances? Do you know the word sex is on Facebook? It's on the logo. It's where when you go to the login screen, it literally says sex. These are things that are messing with your subconscious. They're programming you. Why you think when you heard the song Lucifer Dawn of the Morning, I'm gonna chase you out? That song with Jay-Z, you did it back. And it had a demonic signal about it. This is what we're talking about. Stuff that's embedded in the music. Witchcraft, divination is embedded in the music. They'll hit you direct and they'll also hit you indirect. Listen to that song and Fire sample. But I understood the song was wicked, man. Devil in a New Dress by Kanye. The song literally says, oh, devil, you know you got a hold on me. That's what it's saying. Listen to 3 6 Mafia, I Gotta Stay Fly. In the song it says, Lucifer, you're my king, you're my God. That's what it says. Listen to that shit. Lucifer, you're my king, you're my God. I gotta stay high, fly, whatever. But everybody was just bumping that shit like, that's what it's saying, but ain't nobody caring. You know? In the kingdom, we gonna actually listen to real music. You know? We gonna hear real music. We gonna instruments. We gonna have heathens playing stuff for us, etc., etc. We gonna know how to play instruments, all that type of stuff. You gonna have all the time in the world, so you gonna know how to play a couple instruments, whatever you want to learn, whatever tickles your fancy, man. All right. Verse 6. For which things sake the wrath of power cometh on the children of disobedience, in the which ye also walked some time when you lived in them. when you wasn't alive, when you was in the congregation of the dead. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. To that individual that said cussing is filthy communication, that's incorrect. Filthy communication could be false gods such as Jesus Christ, Yahweh, Yeshua. That's filthy communication. Teaching a lesson improperly. That's filthy communication. That's also offending a little one. Teaching you incorrectly. All right? Dirty jokes, things of that nature. That's filthy communication. You know? Talking about, you see a female, you know she married, but you like, damn, yeah, I wish I could get with that. That's filthy communication. And that's also adultery. Because you're in your mind, you're trying to be with that. You know? Verse 9. Lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds. Put it off. That goes with pettiness. That goes with holding a grudge. That goes with jealousy. That goes with envy, strife, contentions. All this type of stuff, man. Right? The brotherhood is here to help and uplift and better one another. That's all we here for. I mean, that's what we here for. Okay? Even we saw the brother Yanasha, man. How shot special ops. He talking about he's separating from us. You don't have to separate. All you had to fucking do was come back and be humble and be like, Salakia, I'm gonna get out of that spirit of trying to be a streamer and trying to all of that, man. You shouldn't be doing no videos where you talking about chat this and chat that. You sound like Alazar. You know? You shouldn't be moving in that type of way. Talking about Mary Jane, if you didn't have Mary Jane, you would take your life. What is that, bro? You're supposed to be a teacher to the sheep. Now you telling your sheep that you're putting your power and your trust in Mary Jane. That's literally what you said out of your mouth. And that's crazy. Our strength and power is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Nothing else. Not no damn herb. And you act like we wasn't going to sit here and continue to watch you? When you get rebuked and you get corrected, all you need to do is shut up and humble yourself down and examine yourself. Even if you don't feel like this was actually taking place. Something was real. Something was going on. Just the fact that he separated himself from us, that shows more that he feels a conviction. But all he had to do was come back and be in the brotherhood. Like we ain't never, like all of us is perfect or something. No, we all go through it. We all mess up. We all fall. A righteous man falls 7 times. I thought so. But you get back up. You don't go further into your vomit. You don't go further into darkness. No, your brother lended you a hand. Hey, bro, grab a hand, man. Come up out of that darkness. But you like, nah, I'm gonna go further into the darkness. Just leave me alone. Leave me be. That's crazy. But at the end of the day, it's all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We can't hold nobody's hand, man. This is John 3:20 from the brother Nishar. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in power. If it's not of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, it will come to naught. I don't care how many videos you do a day. It will come to naught. Because you wasn't in the right spirit. You wasn't sincere. You didn't truly believe. You thought you could say Shalawam, Kahalam, La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai a couple times, pop in the live, and watch a couple, share the live, come up, break bread. You thought that was it. That's not it. I don't give a damn what you do. Hey, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. When you shit, that don't affect me. What you eat don't make me shit. That's what I wanted to say. That does not affect me. You know? Now, as a brother, and I see you going off, I'm going to try to help you. I'm going to try to guide you. I'm going to try to bring you back. If that comes with rebuke, correction, reproof, I'm going to do that. Guess what? I got that same. Okay? We got the same treatment. All right? Outstanding. We need a verse, man. Ephesians the 4th. You want me to read the whole chapter? Give me an exact verse. Okay? You a Christian, man. Be more diligent than that. Show me that your pork chop pastor teaching you correctly, bro. Come on now. Come on. Don't bring shame to the church. Don't bring shame to the dreadheads. Your bio say perfection, purification, and preservation. These dry bones live. All right, come on, man. You got to wake these dry bones up, man. You got to wake them up, man. I guess they got dreads like you. Let's keep it going. Let's go back to Colossians. Verse 10. And have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Ask yourself this question. Will Yahweh Shai be caught doing this, what you're doing? That's all you got to do, man. Would Yahweh Shai be caught doing this? Right? What would Yahweh Shai be concerned with at this point in time if he walked the earth right now? He would be concerned with bringing out this word. He would be in great millstone. He would be bringing out this word every single day. You got to be about the Father's business. That's what Yahweh Shai will be doing. So ask yourself, are you walking in the footsteps of the King? Or are you moving like somebody that's unfamiliar? This is Matthew 18, verse 17. Matthew 18:17 from the brother Yasharahla. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. Exactly. So you rejecting, and it's not just me, it's multiple brothers. You rejecting what the brothers are telling you. Right? That's you rejecting the church. So you're separating yourself from the body. You're jumping out of the body. Do your thing. That's all we can say at that, man. Do your thing. You know? So, man, we gonna let me see, man. I'm about to begin to wrap it up. All right, I'm about to begin to wrap it up. But that new man is extremely important. And this was supposed to be a Q&A, but ain't nobody asked no questions or nothing. All right, the dreadhead dude, are you still here, bro? You still here? Come on, man. If you still here, bro, come on. All right, go ahead, Mr. Charisma. You got a question. Go ahead, bro. And overall, on that R&B situation, on that music situation in general, all right, we not being over righteous. It's just that you want your eye to be single. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to attach to stuff that's gonna deter you from being in this truth. As the scriptures say, abstain from all appearance of evil. You know? So you do what you do, but don't be posting that shit. If you like listening to the Young Thug and all that bullshit, but don't post that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing of coming into this truth. You gotta learn, what's the word, man? Restraint. You got to have some type of restraint about yourself. The world don't need to see everything and talk about everything. That's another thing we told Brother Yanasha, man. Okay? You act like you the only one going through some shit. Every brother on this live is 17 people in here. Every person in here is going through their own specific battle. Okay? What this brother said? Oh my goodness. This brother said, how can I be cold? I like the way you don't give a fuck. I want to be like that. I please people. Yo, this dude funny, man. You funny. All right, let's go to Jeremiah 2 and 33. Just go in the scriptures. This is Jeremiah 2 and 33. Why trimmeth thou way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. I mean, just be honest. And keeping this, bro, your spirit not going to be my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit not going to be my spirit. You going to have different gifts. You going to have your way of doing things, you know? As long as it's righteous and it's the correct way, that's you. That's how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah made you. You know? As long as it's according to the doctrine, then that's it. That's you. No brother is the same. The way I teach is different from the way the brother Adar Gabar teach. Shalawam, bro. You know? But we both gonna hit that same point. We both gonna meet each other at that destination. Damn sure. You know? I'm Yahweh Ratazah. I get up in the chariot. Yahweh Ratazah. I see that brother. And all his people's up in the chariot. You know what I'm saying? Did we do the same things to get there? In a sense, yes. But in our ways, no. But in that image, yes, we have that same type of image, that same type of likeness that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has. But, you know, we got our uniqueness about each other. Okay? You've been in the truth since 2022, and you want to start, man, hey, shit, you should have been did that. You should have been started a YouTube. In 2023, you should have been had a YouTube page, man. You know? I'm going to tell you like I told another brother, man, just, hey, all you set aside 30 minutes, 40 minutes, write some precepts down. Okay? Write precepts down. And put a lesson together. And then the lesson ain't even got to be, it could be a 10-minute lesson, man. As long as it's edifying, it's through the spirit, then that's it. Do that and repeat. Do that and repeat. That's all you got to do. To any brother that's struggling with lessons, man. We talked about this yesterday. Shalom to the brother Tassad. I don't think the brother in here, but we talked about it. It's nothing but fuel on this planet. Look everywhere. It's nothing but fuel. It's nothing but lessons. Okay? You got lessons everywhere, all around you. You could go through something, man. Like, I could have made this a lesson. My daughter, she hurt her foot at the park on Saturday. And she could, you know, she was limping. Okay? And what did I do? I prayed. I got her a wrap. My wife wrapped it. And I prayed. You know, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to heal her. She's good today. That's 2 days. She healed up that quick. She had a sprain. You know, I didn't go to the white man's doctor. I trusted in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. I knew about papaya juice because that's good for healing wounds. So I went to the store. I got her some papaya juice. I gave her that. I had her drink a lot of it. She's drinking it constantly. She drank some today. She drank some yesterday. She drank some Saturday. Right? I allowed the herbs of the earth to do what they supposed to do. You know? More so, I had her eat some greens, some turnip greens, because what's in the greens? Leafy greens, collagen to help the bones repair. Had to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I trusted in what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah had put down here for us. That's what I did. Fuck pharmaceuticals. You ain't about to be giving my daughter no damn pills, man, or no medicine or none of that shit. No. So it can mess up her immune system and her ability to repair itself. You know what I'm saying? So that could have been a lesson in itself. That could have been a lesson in itself. So you go through things where you going to get lessons. You know? So it's no lack of fuel out here. It's no lack of fuel. Stay in the spirit. Wake up, pray, watch a lesson. I'm going to tell you, hey, Elder Apostle Ramlab is normally damn near every day. He's live at around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock East, West Coast time. So that's like 12, 11. His time out there in New York. He's live. He rarely misses. So watch a lesson. Watch the elders. Watch brothers. You know? If you watch brothers, you may get inspired. Every time the brother Adar Gabar do a live, I'll be inspired to do a lesson. To go right after him. Or to go the next day. And that's what we call flowing in the spirit. You know, every time I do a lesson, sometimes I'll be like, yo, who going live after me? Who gonna pick it up? Who gonna pick it up? Praying that we could play pass the baton with this thing. Boom, boom, boom. That's beautiful though. All right, but you know, you've been in this thing since 2022, bro. You know, do your thing, man. You should be producing lessons at this point in time. You should. All right? You know? So cut any type of excuses that's in your mind and just get to it. If you've been in this thing 2022 and you watching the elders, you watching the brothers, then the spirit, the truth should be with you. You should know a lot. You should know a lot, okay? You should know a lot, bro. All right? And you should be able to produce a lesson. You know? And so what if you mess up? All right, well, you might mess up. You might stumble. You might mess up. You might say something wrong. All right, make a correction video. Boom. Grow from experience. How you going to become a better teacher if you don't teach? How you going to get the experience if you don't experience? Experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, bro. That's it. Any more questions, man? We going to get up out of here. I gotta watch that Invincible. And yeah, Nick knew iron sharpens iron, most definitely. Iron sharpens iron. You know? That's another thing too. Shoot, brothers is doing lessons, man. If you want to just get in the spirit, hey, come up, read for a brother. Right? Come up and read. Help, support one another. Every time, well, a lot of times, Yasharahla do a lesson, I go up and I read for the brother. You know, and I know how the brother like it, because the brother, like, he want me to stop at after every sentence, every point. That's how but that's because the chemistry. You know? So that's another thing, growing in the chemistry, growing in the brotherhood. Right? So reading is a work. You're helping the ministry. You're supporting the ministry. I like to read for my brothers. I like to support the lesson in that way. Right? It's about being a server. Who been saying this a lot? I think the brother Apayam been saying our elders are servant leaders. That's what they are. They are servants. They serve and they're leaders at the same time. That's what we need to be. We need to be servant leaders. We serve. We show our people how to serve. You know? So I don't see no questions, man. I'm going to wrap this live up because I was cussing too much. And they might try to cut this live. So, hey. I'm going to get up out of here. You know? The water for everybody that came through. All the precepts. Everything that y'all, use to support the lesson. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatam to you brothers and sisters in the background. Listening silently, being in order. All right, hey, facing the east, all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. And shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect. As always, Kwam Yasharahla, and a Baba Ball to this wicked kingdom. May Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah destroy this bitch yesterday. Let's get up out of here, brothers. Shalom.